Hello, one and all. Brandon Carey here, and we are playing the Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. This is the first 3 PS3 Uncharted games re-released for the PS5 in one package. And we are going to start with the very first game in this franchise, with Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Before we proceed, I want to call your attention to the copyright years of these games on the screen right now. Just below where it says press X to begin, you will see here, that's how I point, that it says copyright 2007. That was my first year of high school, or the start of it, which is roughly when I got my PS3. That makes this first Uncharted game almost, depending on how the math works out, 16 years old. So we are going to get started. Continuous speedrun, not a chance in hell. Although, let me, shrink this down a little. And when we get into the game, we'll figure out a place for it. Oh, they put the very easy. We'll do on normal. This ends up being too easy. We will switch to hard mode. Yeah, Xenochrist Retro. This game is 2007. This is over 16 years old, or 15 years old. This is retro. This counts. Almost driving age. I'm glad that you can just toggle the subtitles with a quick press of the square button in the middle of cutscenes. That's a very great feature they started doing in this trilogy from the start, and more games should do that dynamic subtitles toggling. You're right. Jack Dax did do that too.
Off the coast of Panama, where we just recovered what
Forgot
we
about
believe
that.
to be the coffin of legendary explorer Sir Francis Drake, who was buried at sea over 400 years ago. Are you sure you want to be defiling your ancestors' remains like that?
You make it sound so dirty.
I like this game a lot.
Well, I did do my research, and apparently Francis Drake didn't have any children.
This is a good establishing
history
scene
can't be
for the
wrong, you know.
characters and frankly for the franchise as a whole.
For example, you can't defile an empty coffin.
What the hell?
I love the Otzel brand scuba gear. For the Jack and Daxter references out there, fans out there.
What is it? Come on, hold it up.
No
way. Deal was for a coffin. That's it.
Wait a minute. If my show hadn't have funded this expedition, you wouldn't have...
You got your story, lady.
Look, Mr. Drake, you signed a contract. I have a right to see every single thing that...
Could you hold that thought? Sully, we got some trouble. Hurry it up.
Okay. What's going on?
Pirates.
Pirates?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a
Modern
very, very
They don't take
strong
prisoners.
opening
At least
sequence.
not male prisoners.
Wait, what are you talking about? Shouldn't we call the authorities or something?
Yeah, that'd be a great idea, but we don't exactly have a permit to be here.
What?
Yeah, so unless you want to end up in a Panamanian jail, we should probably handle this ourselves.
Well, what's worse?
You obviously haven't been in a
I
Panamanian
like
jail.
the touch-up
You
they've
use one of
done to
these?
the models.
Yeah, it's like a camera.
You can
just
tell they're a little touched
point and
up
shoot,
if
right?
you've played the
Good
original.
girl. Here we go.
I like the little at
How
the end
hell
of the
they
scene
find us
too.
out here?
These guys have been tailing me for weeks. Thought I lost them.
What'd you do to piss them off?
Let me see if we can turn on the in the middle of combat subtitles. Oh, let's play. Let's play the game of where are the fucking subtitles. Oh, I guess we're not. I guess we don't get subtitles for the mid-mission conversation. So, oh well.
It's kind of a long story.
These guys don't like you much, do they?
Less talking, more shooting.
Yeah, Drake is a little enthusiastic about this. Like, not gonna lie,
Hey, I'm
but
Sully.
I think this. We didn't really get a feel for Drake's character at the start of the trilogy, so he was more or less a cipher for the player.
They're climbing aboard!
And I'm sure the
Oh, no,
player
you
would be
don't.
eager to take it, eager to play the game. So, ergo, Drake is eager to play the game. With Nolan North being his voice actor.
Okay.
That is gonna hurt.
Jaguar had to take care of that jiffy. I'm gonna move this up here so I can see what's going on with this little thing in my HUD on the bottom right.
Sully, where are you? Oh, that had to hurt. Shoot to kill.
And as you can see, this is third-person shooter combat, so I have regenerating health. Where I stand under cover for a few minutes and
Rocket launcher!
Okay, that's not good.
yeah, I mean it's a little awkward, but this is also like their first attempt doing this kind of combat, so they got better as the series went on. Uncharted 2 is like where kind of peaks.
Damn it.
I don't actually know what the pirates are here for.
Oh, wait!
What are you doing?
Okay.
Come on! Go!
Another good establishing character moment where she cares about the camera so much she's willing to stay on the boat for it.
I can't leave you alone for a minute, can I?
I had everything under control until they blew up the boat. You all right?
I
Nothing
love
the
Sully.
years of
He's so
therapy
good.
won't fix.
Mark Wahlberg did him
Well, if
dirty.
it isn't the beautiful and talented Elena Fisher.
Flattery will get you screen time.
Yeah, I'm more of a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. Victor Sullivan.
For Christ's sakes. What do you say we get out of here before we attract any more attention?
Sully the Charmer.
Well?
Little present from Sir Francis.
Oh, so you found the coffin. Wait a minute, is this what I think it is?
Drake's lost diary. He faked his death, just like I said, Sully. He must have been onto something big.
Yeah, well, let's just keep that between us.
Thanks for the loan, Mr. Drake. I think I've earned a look at that diary when we land.
Complications already. The dynamic between these three is a really interesting
When
dynamic.
Drake sailed into the Pacific, he took the Spanish fleet completely by surprise. He captured their ships, he took all their maps, their letters, their journals, and he recorded everything in this diary.
So this...
But when he got back to England, Queen Elizabeth confiscated all of his charts and logbooks, including this one, and then swore his entire crew to silence.
Yeah, so this...
You see, Drake discovered something on that voyage, Sully. Something so secret and so valuable, they couldn't risk it getting out.
All right, Nate, just pretend for a minute that I don't really care about any of that stuff and cut to the chase, would you?
Man only interested in the climax. He must be a real hit with the ladies.
Never had any
Sex joke.
complaints.
Okay.
Get
then,
it?
I'll jump to the good part, just for you.
Ho, ho, ho.
Huh?
El goddamn Dorado.
He was onto something big, all right.
Does it say anything else?
Oh, so now you're interested, huh?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, no. Last page was torn out. I'm telling you, Sully. This is it. This is finally it.
Yeah. Only... we got one little problem.
Yes, that's what I said. It blew up. It sank. No, that's why we have insurance, right? Oh. Oh no, the camera? No, the camera's fine. Don't worry about the camera, no. Still as good as new.
Sully, the girl can hold her own. You should have seen her.
Fine. You go on out there and you tell her, we just found the lost city of gold. Maybe her producer can get
Okay,
on
I
that.
am seeing
come
some of the
on,
port
Nate. Do you
jobs
trust me?
weaknesses
More or less.
in the eyes
Because we're gonna have every
specifically.
two-bit scumbag in the world racing us to this treasure unless we cut her loose right now.
The eyes are a little
You're
awkward
a
looking,
real gentleman, Sully.
and I can't quite put my finger on why
Sugar.
that is.
No, I don't care for
As someone who's
budget.
watched
I
this
mean,
cutscene
do you realize
so
this
many
could be,
times-
like, the biggest story of the year?
There is something off.
No, I don't trust him, okay? That's why we need to move fast. So just get me the camera crew, and I promise you that... Son of a bitch. Hey!
If you look, if we watch this cutscene again and like look at Victor's, look at Sully's eyes, there's an awkwardness to the way they move. It's probably finer and low resolution that the PS3 version was in, but
Hold on.
up-res the way it is,
Hold
it
on,
looks
kid.
really awkward.
I'm not as young as I used to be.
Yeah, you weren't too old for that little barmaid in Lima, were you?
Ha! Well, that was different. Although I must admit, equally as strenuous.
Well, hang in there, old-timer.
I will say that the
just
the
about
environment looks really good.
Hey, you know, this reminds me. I ever tell you about the time I pawned a phony 16th century Santo off on Pablo Escobar? Risky move, but by the time he figured it out, I was... Nate, are you even listening to me?
Hanging on every word.
This is a very lush scenery.
You really think Francis Drake came all the way up here, huh? We're an awful long way from England.
And if you recall, at the time when this game was released, we were entering the era of the gunmetal gray third-person shooter.
Well,
Your Gears of Wars and all of that were starting to get really catch on. Even
Okay.
even Resistance from Insomniac
According to
was
this,
in
we're
that
right on
kind of
top of the
gunmetal
mark.
gray
maybe
palette.
you're not reading that thing right. Let me see it.
No, this is the place.
There's nothing here, Nate. Another goddamn dead end.
Easy, Sully. Just relax. Let's take a look around.
So, like, seeing all of this lush greenery in a shooter was actually a very refreshing change of pace.
Oh, man. This is like trying to find a bride in a brothel. Hell no. This is more like it.
Definitely more ruiny.
What do you think this is, Incan?
Nah, it's older than that. Like 2,000 years older.
Huh.
And for the record, this will be just a to completion run. I'm not looking to get all the treasures, because I don't have that kind of time. Although I'm thinking
Find anything?
it might be a
Nothing
good
yet.
idea to play some Jack and Daxter
Careful up there.
between
Hey, there's something funny about the ground down there.
Uncharted games, like Jack 2 and Jack 3.
It's hollow. We gotta find a way to smash through this.
Little Naughty Dog, probably half a year. What am I talking about?
Whoa!
So many jokes have been made about Nathan Drake's improbable grip strength. And I will probably make those jokes myself sometime during the run, even if they are a bit tired. I mean, it's no different than Assassin's Creed and Ezio and Altair doing it.
Good work, kid.
Because they actually tested on Mythbusters, like how long could you hold onto a ledge with like just like your fingers like that? And the answer is about 10-15 seconds if you're really, really strong.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Because that's a lot of pressure to put on your fingers. Also, appreciate the harness. The signature Nathan Drake look of a t-shirt and harness. Like he's going to a goddamn gay bar.
What a warm and homey place, huh?
Well, not quite what you were expecting, huh?
Yeah. Where's all the damn gold?
Yeah, this place was picked clean centuries ago.
No good limey pirate.
No, it wasn't Drake. Check this out. Looks like the Spanish got here before he did. What the hell, Sully?
Nate, I'm not looking for a lousy piece of tin. I'm up to my eyeballs in debt. I was really counting on this one.
Yeah, like there's
Too
something
many
weird
big
about how
bar
way
tabs
Sully's
in
face
Lima, I
looks
guess.
in high res.
That
I think it might just be Sully.
well, just a few.
Like he's
bad
wearing too much
deals.
eyeshadow or something. I
Yeah,
can't
well,
really figure it
I
out.
always told you to stay away from the bad guys. And the bad girls.
Yeah? Look who's talking.
What's that supposed to mean?
That reporter? I saw the way you were eyeing her.
Elena?
This is really
I
good
snuffed any
establishing
chance with her
character
the
work,
second
I
we
will say.
ditched her on that dock.
All's fair and
We've
love and
only been
war.
playing for about 10 minutes, and we already know
if you can't
the
tell the
relationship
difference?
between
Then, my
Nate
friend,
and
you
Sully.
were in big trouble.
Relationship between Nate and Elena, and how those
Spaniards
two
sure
relationships
left a lot of crap behind.
do kind of clash. Because Elena is a very like pure, in quotes, pure, in that she's
Careful,
very
Nate.
like by the
Quite a
books
drop.
and of the law.
You're not kidding.
Whereas these two are clearly rogues in the classic sense. Oh. There's no way, there's no hold for these. You gotta mash. I don't like that.
Here, let me do that.
I don't like that at all. That's something they probably could have added to this port. But that's fine.
I'll hold it open. See if you can jam it from the other side.
Let's use this cart.
All right, let go.
Yeah, like
That's all,
praise be to Amy Hennig and her
Hurry,
scripting
Sully.
for establishing all of this all we need to know about these core cast
That
of
was a little too
characters
close.
in like 5
Hope this
minutes
place has a back door, huh?
in a way that doesn't feel rushed or
Oh, this
forced.
looks familiar. I think there's something in Drake's journal about this. Yeah, here it is. Looks like this thing is some kind of lamp or brazier.
Get used to this, by the way. We're gonna be
See
in
if
this
you can
book a
light it.
lot.
So, after all your bitching about the cigar, now it comes in handy, huh?
Yeah, like we are only 20 minutes into the game, and we have already learned so much about our cast. It is difficult to kind of quantify that, because that is something that's like you just need to, like, if you're not paying attention, you might not even realize you're being taught the characters. Oh right, I forgot.
Nice.
Because we are still in the prologue, effectively.
Now what?
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh my god, no!
Get used to that, by the way, too.
Nate? I might have been able to do that 30 years ago.
Yeah, get used to that. It's been a while since I've done this. Also, get used to the idea of the handholds looking just a little different from the rest of the wall. Like, Uncharted was the series that kind of pioneered the idea that platformable objects are highlighted in gold. So get used to that being a thing. Alright, we are making some good progress throughout this, this dungeon. Effectively, like this would be a dungeon if this is an RPG.
Now what?
Alright.
What do you make of this?
Wait, I recognize these symbols. The order of these signs has some importance.
And this is kind of the start of the non-puzzle puzzle that you'll see in a lot of Naughty Dog games going forward. Where this is supposed to be kind of like a, oh, I don't know how to do this, except they just give you the solution. Like, you're not really a whole lot of figuring out, it's just, that's the solution, do it. Do it, fool. Okay, the gear's over there. So we'll push the gear. That's one.
Hey, something's happening!
Number two is this little man thing. That's not the man thing. That's the man thing, I think. And weird face thing is last, which means my third one is over here. You typically would call this a puzzle, but there's not an actual ton or any problem solving here. You just kind of just know what to do because the game told you what to do.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, looks like there's a ladder cut into the side. Wait here while I check it out.
All right, just be careful.
Alright, now, where's that ladder?
Hey, watch your step down there.
Okay, getting somewhere.
I think that water will make it shallow and or the fall small enough where I will
Tell me you're
survive
gonna
it.
swim in that.
I've been in worse.
Good on ya. Good on ya.
I'm really wet.
I wonder if that line was just, like, improv'd in to call attention to the game's water physics. Because this is a big deal back in the day where, the shirt and the jeans would realistically get wet. Because that was not really a technology that games did at the time. Like in Ratchet and Clank, for example, or Jack and Daxter, if you weren't into water and came out, you would look like not there would be to change the model because they didn't have technology to do it back in the day. So I wonder if that line was intended to call out
I made it! I'm on the other side!
the change. Or like the implementation of that technology. You know,
Nice one.
these ancient people had a lot of exploding barrels in their runes.
I've got this one.
Now, you get 3 guesses as to what this set piece is going to do, and the first 2 don't count.
This looks safe.
You had 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count.
I made it! I'm okay!
Now it looks like we're getting somewhere.
After that, we better be.
I've played this game so many times because in the old days, I had the platinum trophy for the PS3 original version of this game. I've gotten everything in this game.
The temple must have been built around this.
Around what?
A statue. A gold statue.
A huge gold statue. And look here, these people, they're worshipping the damn thing. At least, I think they're people.
That's foreshadowing, by the way.
Of course. El Dorado. The Golden Man. Sully, it wasn't a city of gold. It was this.
It was a golden idol.
It was Eldritch.
Can you imagine what that thing would be worth now?
Look over here. Tracks. I bet the Spanish dragged it out on cut logs. We're 400 years late for this party.
So the trail's cold.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Son of a bitch.
Unless
Unless what?
we follow the tracks.